Alright guys, so today what we're going to be working on is I'm going to show y'all how I tie my bucktail jigs. First thing, let's go through what you're going to need. This is just like me to not have it sitting. Oh, here it is. What you're going to want is have a bobbin and, you know, whatever colored thread you take a notion to use. I like maroon or bright red. Bright red is preferable, but I don't have any right now. You're going to need a jig head. We're on a hook. This is a 3/8 ounce jig head. You're going to need deer hair, like tail hair. Sorry, sounded like something down the stovepipe or something. This is when we start to get into optionals. Is some like mylar. That's what I call it. I'm not sure if that's what it actually is. Flashaboo maybe. And then you can use feathers. Let me see what else do I use. Oh, and occasionally I get some colored bucktail. So you can also use colored jig heads, but your first order of business is going to be to take and just make a couple wraps here. And I just like to wrap it. Make sure it ain't going nowhere. Get your scissors. I have no idea what happened to my good sharp scissors. But you're going to cut your thread. Then you're going to get your well, actually, if you're going to use feathers, you get your feather. See, I'm going to use, I generally try to get it about the same color for both feathers. You can use just one or you can use two. I usually use two. So we'll use two blue feathers today. Blue and green are some of the best colors. So, I've got blue feather, blue feather. So what you're going to do then is take your scissors and get where you can get right where the fluff ends, and go ahead and just clip it right there. Hold on a second. Then what you're going to do is take and see these feathers right in here. You're going to trim them. Don't trim them quite level with the stalk, the stem there. This is the trickiest part of the whole rig. Alright, well, you can't see it too good, but see where it's not quite, it's kind of fluffy around that stalk. So then what you're going to do is hold it and tie it to one side or the other. And you don't want that rascal going nowhere, so tie it on pretty good. And then you're just going to, this is a funny looking feather, you're going to repeat the process with your other blue feather, same deal. I'm sorry if this isn't all on camera. Stupid scissors are ridiculous. Alright, you know what? I give up. I'm going to pull this one flush. This one. There, you can see that one's right down to the stalk. And you're just going to tie that to the other side. See, now you've got two blue feathers. Then, if you want to put your colored deer hair in, you can put a little strip down the middle of your feathers or something. Just depends on what I'm doing, whether I use it or not. Then you're going to take your mylar, or flashaboo, or please, when y'all watch this, correct me on what this is. I'm not entirely sure. Now, you only need about, golly, 2 strands is probably all you need, 2 or 3 strands. It's very, gotta use it very sparingly. Get too much flash and it looks weird. So, what I'm going to do now is show y'all a little trick. Get your bobbin down a little bit, and y'all may know this already. Take it and tuck it under your thread. See how I've got that so I can pick my thread up with it? And just slide it down flush with the jig head. Yeah, it's not focusing on it. See, then you have this little bit of flash right there. And so it's really trapped in there good. That's the key thing, it's just that everything is trapped in good. And then, to put your bucktail on, you take your bucktail and you can, you don't have to do this, but my bucktails got left in the garage, and this weird looking beetle ate all the gunk, or the skin out the bucktail. So then what you're going to do is take your hair stacker, and you're going to put your hair down in it. This will be a little how-to, I guess, to stick your hair on down in it until the bottom's out, and take it and hit it on your table. And then what you're going to do is turn it over and see how it's all level and nice there. That helps you tying it on substantially. And it's up to you how much of this you put. I kind of put about 3 bundles about that size on. You get a pretty big jig when you... Ugh, golly, this is a mess. This hair is messy at best, yo. I'm sorry. And then you just, what came out. No big deal, nothing to worry about. Stick it back down in there. That crap as it comes out. Sorry, I gotta get it over on the solid part of my desk. Ain't no big deal. You just stick it up in there and tie it right on back on. And this one we're gonna tie on the top. And see, you just get it like that right there, and just, oh man, this is a mess. That's all. I'm gonna glue it on. So then what you're gonna do, get your next bundle of hair. And the size of your bundles just depends on how thick you want it to be. Another little trick with the hair before you put it in the hair stacker is to take and just do that and just flick it and whatever is necessary. You want to get all those little under hairs out. They stick it together. Same procedure. Stick that rascal up in the hair stacker. Doesn't want to get in there. Hold on a second. There we go. Tap it a couple times. And nice and straight. And you're just going to take it and stick it right there on the side. You got there's a little bit of a learning curve to getting it all going on there even. Alright, so now what you're going to do, you won't have to trim all this before it's all said and done with, but your best bet is just tie it all first. If you have white jig heads, you got to be careful doing that. But all you're going to do then is just with your thread, just wrap it up nice and pretty. And you're basically done at this point. If you want to whip finish it, you can do whatever. If that's what you do, I don't whip finish mine, and I'll show you why in just a minute. I take it and get it like that, and see now you have a nice maroon colored little collar looking rig there. Now this is where your sharp scissors really come in handy. You gotta be careful not to clip your thread doing this too. And periodically I'll come in with a razor blade and trim everything up. Just get it looking professional. That's one of the things, if you're making baits like this, you want them to look nice. And then just finish wrapping her up like that. And what you're going to do is, I don't know if y'all know how to do a half hitch. You're going to put it on the bottom side of your fingers like that and twist it. So you got to twist in it and then just put it over your jig head and tighten it down. It ought to tighten right down. You can tie overhand knot, whatever you want. And just put 2 or 3 of those, and then I'll show you how I finish mine. I don't whip finish. You really no reason that you can't. I just am lazy, so I don't. I take, this is Woodcraft brand Stick Fast Instant CA Adhesive Thin. You just gonna take that and just put a little bit on there. Now, if you notice, it darkens a pretty good bit. And then all you gotta do is clip it and you're done. Thank y'all for watching. Please rate, subscribe. And I'm probably going to add in a couple pictures at the end of this video of other jigs I've tied. Thank y'all for watching.